Welcome to Geometrix Galaxy. Welcome students. In this video we shall see chapter 2 Polynomials Factor Theorem example 10. First we will recall factor theorem, then we can solve example 10. Factor theorem. If p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than 1 and a is any real number, then x minus a is a factor of p of x if p of a is equal to 0 and p of a is equal to 0 if x minus a is a factor of p of x. That is, for example, x minus 1 is a factor only if p of 1 is equal to 0. Similarly, p of 1 will be 0 only if x minus 1 is a factor. Here is the problem. We are going to factorize a cubic polynomial, that is x cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120. Let us take p of x is equal to x cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120. Now the constant term of this polynomial is minus 120. So from this we can guess what can be the factors of this polynomial. So the factors of minus 120 is plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, etc. up to plus or minus 60. Now we are going to find any one factor for this cubic polynomial by trial and error method using the factors of the constant term. Now we are going to check what is the value of p of 1. If p of 1 is equal to 0, then x minus 1 is a factor. If p of 1 is not equal to 0, then we will try with p of minus 1, then with 2, then with minus 2, etc. until we get a factor. Okay students, now we will check what is the value of p of 1. So p of 1 is equal to 1 cube minus 23 1 square plus 142 into 1 minus 120. So p of 1 is equal to 1 minus 23 plus 142 minus 120. If I add all the positive numbers and the negative numbers separately, I get it as plus 143 minus 143. Therefore, the value of p of 1 is equal to 0. Hence, we can come to the conclusion that if p of 1 is equal to 0, then x minus 1 is a factor of p of x according to our factor theorem. So, we are going to divide the given cubic polynomial by the factor x minus 1. You see the first term of the given polynomial, it is x cube. Now you check the first term of the factor x minus 1, it is x. Now you divide x cube by x, it is x square. Now write x square in the quotient and multiply the factor x minus 1 by x square. Now x minus 1 into x square will give you x cube minus 1x square. We need to subtract this x cube minus 1x squared from the dividend. So we need to change the sign of x cube and minus 1x squared. So it will become minus x cube and plus 1x squared. Now this plus x cube and minus x cube will get cancelled and minus 23x squared plus 1x squared will give you minus 22x squared. Now take down the next term plus 142x. Here we get minus 22x square plus 142x. The first term is minus 22x square. To find what is the next term in my quotient, I need to check with this first term minus 22x square and the first term of the factor x. If I divide minus 22x square by x, I will get minus 22x. So my next term in quotient is minus 22x. So with that, if I multiply the factor x minus 1, I will get minus 22x square plus 22x. Now I have to change the sign of minus 22x square plus 22x. So it will become plus 22x square minus 22x. The next step is to subtract. So the first term will get cancelled, minus 22x square and plus 22x square, and this plus 142x minus 22x will give 120x. Next, bring down the constant term minus 120. So it is 120x minus 120. Now here the first term is 120x. So I need to now decide what should be my next term in the quotient. So if I take plus 120, then if I multiply with the factor x minus 1, I'll get 120x minus 120. As usual, I need to change the sign. If I change the sign, then it will become minus 120x plus 120. It will get cancelled. Then the remainder will be 0. Now according to division algorithm, we can write p of x, which is equal to x cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120 is equal to x minus 1 into x square minus 22x plus 120. But for a cubic polynomial, we need 3 factors. So we need to further factorize this quadratic polynomial x square minus 22x plus 120. Already in the previous video we studied about factorizing a quadratic polynomial using splitting the middle term method. We will follow the same and find the answer for this quadratic polynomial. Here the coefficient of the middle term is minus 22 and the product of the coefficient of x square term and the constant term is plus 120. So we need to find 2 factors in such a way. If I add, I should get minus 22, and if I do the product, I need to get 120. So we will check with few by trial and error method. So I am choosing 5 and 24 first. If I add that, I am getting 29 even though the product is 120. So we will check for another factor 10 and 12. Here if I add, I am getting plus 22, and if I do the product, I get 120. I need minus 22 as the sum and the product as 120. So I will try with minus 10 and minus 12. If I add, I am getting minus 22, and if I do the product of minus 10 and minus 12, I'll get plus 120. So I can split the middle term minus 22x as minus 10x and minus 12x. Now the trinomial becomes a polynomial of 4 terms. Now take the first 2 terms and find the common factor. Next take third and fourth term and find the common factor. So for the first 2 terms, I get the common factor as x, and for the third and fourth term, I get the common factor as minus 12. So it becomes x into x minus 10 and minus 12 into x minus 10. Now the 4 terms becomes 2 terms, x into x minus 10 minus 12 into x minus 10. So here I can see x minus 10 as common in both. So I'll take x minus 10 outside, then I will be left out with x minus 12. So the factors are x minus 10 and x minus 12. Already I have one factor as x minus 1. So altogether I got 3 factors. Therefore I can write x cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120 is equal to x minus 1 into x minus 10 into x minus 12. With this question we will come to an end of this video, students. In the next video we will see exercise 2.4. If you find Geometrix Galaxy helpful, consider subscribing to my channel. And please don't hesitate to recommend this channel to your friends. Thanks for watching.